Brian, I've got an emergency situation developing. I need some immediate consultation. There are multiple reports coming out of severe behavioral anomalies in domestic cats, all within Riverside city limits. They've been going on for the last 6 hours.
Oh crap, what kind of anomalies are we talking about here? Aggression? Rabies symptoms?
No, that's just it. The owners are reporting that their cats are smiling, as in smiling with human-like facial expressions. Plus, they're showing problem-solving abilities that match those of a 12-year-old child.
Smiling? David, cats don't smile, dude.
I know how it sounds, but I've got 7 separate messages, and they're all describing that same identical behavior. Mrs. Lawrence brought in Whiskers this morning. The cat solved a Rubik's Cube in under 2 goddamn minutes.
What? But feline cognitive capacity doesn't allow for such a thing.
I watched it happen, and the entire time it had this perfect knowing smile, like it understood something we don't. Right, I'm creating this emergency response group for all the vets in the area. We have a developing situation requiring immediate assistance from all of us. Please, can you all confirm availability?
Here, standing by for instructions.
This is Karen Hoffman, Riverside Elementary. I'm ready to go.
Brilliant. Now, Karen, we'll start with you. Have you noticed anything relating to the pet problem I mentioned privately?
Yes, we have that exact same problem with some of our classroom pets. 3 hamsters, 2 rabbits, and a guinea pig. They all started displaying the same behavior at around 10 a.m. The children are terrified. The animals keep staring at them with these grins.
Same timeline as my first case. Mrs. Fishburne's call came in at 9:47 a.m.
I'll create a record for all of this. I just need video evidence from both locations.
Already recording. The hamsters figured out how to open their cage latches, all by themselves. They're not escaping though, just sitting there, watching us, smiling.
This is Tony Valdez, Animal Control. I got your number from dispatch. Are you the vet handling the cat calls?
Yes, that's me. How many reports have you received?
15 in the last hour. All same description. Cats acting creepy smart. Owners freaking out. But here's the thing. None of the animals are aggressive. They're actually completely docile. Just unsettling.
Can you join our emergency response chat? We're making a plan there on how to deal with this.
On it. Tony Valdez, Animal Control, joining chat. Currently in the field investigating reports. Just left the Morrison house on George Street. Their cat Mittens was sitting on the kitchen windowsill. Not only was it smiling, but it had arranged all the alphabet magnets on the fridge. The words now spelled out WEUNDERSTANDNOW.
Dear God, that's cognitive function equivalent to that of a young child.
But what could cause such sudden neurological enhancement?
It's getting worse here. The guinea pig just started sorting colored blocks by size and color simultaneously, all whilst maintaining direct eye contact with me. I can't look away. It's like it knows I'm watching.
For now, we need to log as many reports as we can. Times, behaviors, any environmental factors. The faster we build up a database, the quicker we find a solution.
I've got another call coming in. Riverside Park. Multiple pet owners reporting same phenomena. Heading there now.
Guys, there seems to be a pattern of sorts emerging in documented cases. It appears that all incidents began between 9:15 and 10 a.m., and simultaneous onset suggests an environmental trigger, or an infectious agent with rapid transmission.
An environmental problem makes more sense, but what kind of environmental factor could cause instant cognitive enhancement?
I've got an update from the school. Now all 6 classroom pets are affected. They've arranged themselves in a perfect circle, all facing outward, all with identical expressions. The children won't come near them.
The Riverside Park situation is escalating too. We've found approximately 30 cats. They've all congregated near the duck pond. The owners say they left home on their own, just walked out through pet doors, and now they're all sitting in perfect rows, all smiling, all staring in the same direction.
Same direction toward what?
East, toward the forest preserve, like they're waiting for something.
This is beyond veterinary medicine. We're looking at an insurmountable neurological transformation in multiple species simultaneously, and they're organizing something.
Dr. David, I got your number from Tony. My dog Max unlocked our back gate this morning. He used his mouth to work the latch. It took him 3 tries, but he figured it out. He then ran off into the woods and he's only just come back. But the only issue is, now he's sitting outside our kitchen window, and he's staring in with this horrible smile.
Christ.
My daughter Emma noticed it first. She said Max looked too smart. I thought she was being dramatic, but now I see what she meant. It's like he suddenly has a conscience, but I don't think it's a good one.
Update from the field. Pet congregations now reported at 3 locations, all on the eastern side of town, all facing the forest preserve. Owners are starting to panic. Some are trying to retrieve their pets, but the animals won't respond to calls, nor will they move from their positions.
How many animals are there in total?
You want a rough count? Well over 100. Cats, dogs, even some birds. All with the same expression. All perfectly still. All waiting.
The school situation is getting critical. I had to evacuate my classroom. The pets started moving in unison, climbing over each other to reach the windows, all trying to look east. The principal called animal control, but still, none of us feel safe here.
I'm collecting reports from other schools too, Karen. Jefferson Elementary, same behavior in their classroom pets. Washington Middle School, science lab animals affected. This is spreading through every domesticated animal in Riverside.
We need to contact state authorities. This is beyond local emergency response.
Dr. David, you saw my cat Mittens earlier, right? Well, the alphabet magnet situation has gotten more intense. She's been rearranging things all day. My books are now organized by subject. My kitchen utensils sorted by function. And she keeps writing messages. Change coming. Others will see. Forest calls.
Jim, this is crucial information. Are you taking pictures of these messages?
Yes, but I'm scared to stay in the house. She follows me around. Not aggressively, but constantly watching, like she's studying me, learning from me. That smile never leaves her face either.
Where is Mittens now?
Kitchen window, staring toward the woods, has been for the last 20 minutes. Completely motionless, except for that grin.
Documentation complete for first phase. 47 confirmed cases within Riverside city limits. All domestic animals affected. Onset time, 9:15 to 10 a.m. this morning. Symptoms consistent. Enhanced intelligence, human-like facial expressions, organized behavior. Current status. Animals congregating at eastern boundaries, all facing Forest Preserve.
Tony, what's your current field assessment?
Situation is stabilizing. Animals have stopped moving. They're just waiting. No aggression toward humans. But owners can't retrieve them. They won't respond to any commands. It's like they're listening to something else.
School district closing all facilities. Every school with classroom pets reporting identical behavior. Parents pulling children out early. Nobody wants to be around the affected animals.
I don't blame them. This level of sudden cognitive enhancement in this many animals simultaneously suggests something far beyond natural causes.
Agreed. We're looking at systematic neurological transformation across species barriers with unified behavioral response. This requires immediate state-level intervention.
Contacting State Veterinary Board now. Everyone continue documentation. Record everything. Something tells me this is just the beginning.
Emergency family meeting. Everyone needs to check in immediately. Emma texted me about something happening with the neighbor's pets. I'm at work, but I'm coming home now.
Mom, thank God you made this chat. I'm scared to be alone in the house. Mrs. Henderson's dog, Buddy, has been staring at our front window for 20 minutes, but it's not normal staring. He has this smile, like a human smile, and he hasn't blinked once.
Jesus, where's your father? And Grandma Rosa?
I'm at the grocery store, Mija. And Emma, I think you're being dramatic. That dog is just curious is all.
Grandma, no. That is one creepy-ass smile. And now there are more animals. The Johnson's cat from across the street. The Garcia's 2 dogs from next door. They're all in our front yard. All with the same expression. All staring at the house.
Papa isn't answering his phone. He's probably still at the construction site. Emma, go check that all doors are locked. And close all the curtains.
I already did that. But Mom, they know I'm in here. When I moved from the living room to the kitchen, they all turned their heads to follow me. At the same time, like they're connected somehow.
Emma, you need to calm down. Animals can sense fear. That's probably why they're hanging around. Just ignore them and they'll go away.
Grandma, there are 12 animals now, all sitting in perfect rows, all smiling like a bunch of freaks. See? Look at them.
Oh my God, that can't be real.
Ay, Dios mío. Emma, those pictures. How are they doing that with their faces?
I don't know. That's what I've been trying to tell you, and more keep coming. I can see them walking down the street, from all different houses, all heading toward our place.
Lisa, this is Beth from next door. Emma gave me your number. I need to tell you what's happening at my house.
Beth, thank God. Can you see what Emma's talking about?
It's not just what I can see. It's what my cat Princess is doing. She opened my bedroom door this morning, used her paws to turn the handle. Then she went to the light switch and turned the lights on and off 3 times, like she was testing it.
Yikes.
That's what I thought too. But then she went to my laptop and started pressing keys. Not randomly either. Every press was with purpose. And she's been typing letters for the past hour.
What kind of letters?
Pattern sequences. Now she's doing something more complex, like she's trying to communicate, and the whole time with that horrible, knowing smile slapped across her face. Lisa, I'm joining your family chat. This affects all of us.
Of course, Beth. We're all in this together.
Emma, I can see the animals in your yard from my window, but there are more coming down Maple Street. At least 20 more.
I see them too. Oh goodness. They're surrounding the entire house now. Front yard, backyard, both sides. All sitting in these perfect circles, all facing the house.
I'm leaving the store now, coming straight home. Emma, do we have emergency supplies? Water, canned food, flashlights?
I think so. In the garage storage.
Go check and stay away from the windows.
I'm 20 minutes out. Emma, you're doing great. Just stay calm and stay inside.
The emergency supplies are here. But guys, something just happened. I went to the back door to check the lock, and all the animals in the backyard, they tilted their heads to the left, all at exactly the same time, like they knew I was there, even though I was being quiet.
Princess just did the same thing. She was typing on my laptop, then suddenly stopped and tilted her head left, at the exact same moment you described.
They're connected somehow. This has to be some kind of neurological event or disease.
I called the veterinary office. They said they're aware of the situation. They have a whole team working on it, but they don't have answers yet.
More are coming. I can see them from the upstairs window. Dogs, cats, even some rabbits. All walking in single file lines, all heading toward our neighborhood. What do they want?
Update on Princess. She stopped typing letters. Now she's typing numbers. Over and over again. What could that mean?
I don't know, but document everything. Take pictures of what she types.
The animals outside just moved. They all stood up at once, then sat back down. But now they're in tighter formation, closer to the house, and their smiles look wider somehow.
I'm 2 blocks away, but there are animals on every street, all walking in the same direction, toward our area. This is happening all over the neighborhood.
Rosa, be careful driving. Don't get out of the car until you're in the garage.
The garage door opener, does it still work?
I'll test it now. Yes, it works. But when I press the button, all the animals turn to look at the garage, like they heard it and understood what it meant.
Princess has moved to a new pattern. She's typing actual words now. Forest, 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 then soon, soon, soon.
Forest? What forest?
The preserve east of town? That's the only forest around here.
Oh no, all the animals outside. They just turned to face east, all at the same time. They're not looking at the house anymore. They're looking toward the forest preserve.
I'm in the driveway. Emma, open the garage. I need to get inside now.
Opening it now.
These animals, there are so many of them, in every yard, all facing the same direction, all with those terrible smiles. It's like they're waiting for something.
Rosa, are you inside?
Yes, the garage is closed, but I could see them through the car windows. Emma wasn't exaggerating. This is really happening.
Grandma, look out the kitchen window, but stay back from it. I'm upstairs in my bedroom and all I can see is horrors.
Dios mío. There must be 50 animals out there, maybe more, all arranged in perfect patterns. Like they're organized, like they have a plan.
Princess just stopped typing. She's sitting perfectly still, staring at me. But her smile is different now. It's expectant, like she's waiting for me to understand something.
I'm walking into the neighborhood now. Emma's right about the animals. They're everywhere, and they're all facing east, toward the forest. It's like they're being called.
Mom, I can see you from my window. Stay behind that bush. The animals are starting to move again, and they're not leaving. They're repositioning, getting into new formations.
What kind of formations?
Concentric circles, with our house at the center, like we're surrounded. But they're not aggressive, just watching, waiting.
Emma, check all the locks again. Windows, doors, everything. I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Princess is at my front door. She's pawing at the handle, not frantically, methodically, like she's trying to figure out how to open it. Her claws are actually catching the mechanism.
Beth, secure that door. Use the deadbolt if you have one.
Already done, but she's learning. I can see her studying the lock, trying different approaches. This level of problem solving, it's not normal for a cat.
Okay. I'm moving up the driveway. Emma, open the garage on my signal. I'm going to run for it.
Ready.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Garage open.
I'm in. Close it, close it, close it.
Closed. I'll come downstairs right away to see you.
Jesus Christ. They all stood up when I ran. Every single animal. Like they were tracking my movement, but they didn't follow. They just watched.
Princess has given up on the door. Now she's back at the computer, typing a new message. Tonight, tonight, tonight.
Tonight what?
I don't know, but I'm scared to find out.
We all stay inside. Whatever this is, we face it as a family.
The animals are moving again, but not toward the house. They're spreading out, taking positions around the entire neighborhood, like they're preparing for something.
I'm just praying this ends soon. I want our pets back.
Calling all units. We have a developing multi-jurisdiction emergency. I'm initiating Emergency Services Coordination Protocol Alpha. Dispatch has received 347 calls in the last 2 hours, all reporting identical animal behavioral anomalies. Every single call describes domestic pets displaying human-like facial expressions. Enhanced cognitive abilities beyond normal animal parameters, and organized gathering behavior. This is crossing city, county, and potentially state lines. All available personnel report to this coordination channel immediately.
This is Dr. Amanda, CDC Emergency Response. Mike, I'm joining your coordination chat. We've been monitoring similar reports nationwide. As of 15:30 Eastern, we have confirmed incidents in all 50 states. Over 12,000 reports logged in the federal database. Identical symptom presentation across the continent. Enhanced intelligence, human-like expressions, organized behavior.
Christ, Amanda. This is nationwide?
Nationwide and accelerating. Reports began simultaneously at approximately 9:15 a.m. local time in each zone, suggesting a coordinated trigger event. We're treating this as a potential biological emergency. Federal response teams are mobilizing as we speak.
Colonel Craig Morrison, Military Communications Command, joining emergency coordination at Federal Directive. Mike, Amanda, we have eyes on this from NORAD. Satellite imagery confirms massive animal congregations in every major metropolitan area across North America. Pattern recognition software identifies organized formations. This is not random animal behavior. This is coordinated intelligence.
How coordinated are we talking?
Geometric precision in gathering patterns, synchronized movement across time zones, response to stimuli that suggests collective consciousness. We're elevating this to DEFCON 3.
Craig, any indication of foreign involvement?
Negative on foreign sources. This appears to be spontaneous biological phenomenon, but the level of organization suggests something beyond natural causes.
Jason Torres, Emergency Broadcast Coordinator. Mike, I need guidance on public messaging. We have media inquiries flooding in. Social media is exploding with videos and photos. Citizens are demanding explanations. What level of alert should I broadcast?
Stand by on public alerts, Jason. We need field assessment first. I'm getting reports from multiple units, but I need confirmation on threat level.
Understood, but the public is already aware something's happening. We can't contain this information much longer.
Tyler Rodriguez, Paramedic Unit 17. Mike, I'm responding to calls in the downtown area. What I'm seeing doesn't match the emergency descriptions. These animals aren't aggressive. They're not threatening anyone, but they are organized beyond anything I've witnessed.
Explain organized, Tyler.
They've been drawing perfect geometric patterns in the ground, concentric circles all around specific buildings that they then sit in. And they're all facing the same direction, northeast toward the forest preserve. And they respond to human presence with synchronized movements. Head tilts, position shifts, all simultaneous, like they're communicating without sound.
Tyler, any signs of aggression from the animals?
None whatsoever. Citizens are scared by the expressions and behavior, but the animals maintain distance. No approach toward humans. No territorial displays. Just constant observation, with those unsettling smiles.
Tyler, this is crucial information. We need biological samples from affected animals. Can you coordinate safe collection?
I can try. But Amanda, these animals demonstrate evasion tactics. They move to avoid capture while maintaining formation. It's like they understand our intentions.
Confirming Tyler's observations from satellite data, animals maintain precise distances from human approach, suggesting advanced spatial awareness and predictive behavior.
Mike, I'm getting pressure to issue evacuation warnings. Mayor's office wants immediate public alert. But what do I tell people? Evacuate from animals that aren't attacking?
Jason, hold on evacuation orders. We don't have confirmed threat assessment. Issue general advisory. Avoid contact with affected animals. Report gatherings to authorities. Seek shelter if uncomfortable.
Copy that. Broadcasting general advisory now. Citizens advised to maintain distance from domestic animals displaying unusual behavior. Report large animal gatherings to emergency services. Shelter in place if feeling unsafe. That all look good to publish?
Good approach, Jason. We need to avoid panic while maintaining awareness.
Update from the field. I attempted sample collection from a group near City Hall. Used standard animal control approach with net and tranquilizer. The targeted cat moved exactly 1 foot to avoid the net. The surrounding animals shifted to accommodate the movement, maintaining perfect formation integrity. They calculated the distance needed to avoid capture.
They're predicting your actions?
More than predicting, they're strategizing. When I moved left, they shifted right. When I approached from behind, they repositioned to face me. All while maintaining those constant smiles and keeping their Eastern orientation.
Tyler, this confirms our intelligence assessment. We're dealing with enhanced cognitive function, potentially equivalent to human-level problem solving.
Enhanced beyond human level, coordinated decision-making across multiple individual minds. This suggests collective intelligence networking.
Amanda, what's your assessment on biological agent?
Unknown pathogen or environmental trigger. Affects neurological function specifically. Enhances cognitive capacity without physical aggression. Crosses species barriers seamlessly. We need laboratory analysis immediately.
Military mobile labs are en route to major sites. ETA 2 hours for biological assessment. But Mike, we need to discuss containment protocols.
What kind of containment?
If this spreads to wildlife populations or jumps to human hosts, we need established perimeters around affected areas.
Craig, containment might be impossible. These animals demonstrate cooperative problem solving. They'll adapt to whatever barriers we create.
Public is demanding answers. Social media showing videos from hundreds of cities. Same phenomenon everywhere. People are starting to panic despite our advisories.
I'm coordinating with veterinary networks nationwide. Reports indicate affected animals refuse standard food sources. They're not exhibiting normal survival behaviors. No hunting, no territorial disputes, no mating displays. They're focused entirely on gathering and observation.
Observation of what?
Unknown, but their eastern orientation is consistent globally. Every gathering points toward the nearest forested area.
I can confirm that locally, all downtown animals face the forest preserve. Even when humans approach from different directions, they maintain that specific orientation.
Satellite imaging shows the same pattern worldwide. Animals gathering near urban centers, all oriented toward wilderness areas, like they're waiting for a signal.
Signal for what?
It's known, but the precision suggests coordination beyond individual animal intelligence. We're treating this as organized behavior from an unknown source.
Tyler, any change in animal behavior patterns?
Negative on behavioral changes, but numbers are increasing exponentially. What started as dozens is now hundreds in each gathering. New animals arriving continuously. Domestic pets abandoning homes to join the groups.
Abandoning homes?
Owners report pets leaving through open doors, or figuring out how to operate pet doors, gates, even simple latches, all heading toward gathering points, none returning to their families.
This indicates priority shift in behavioral programming, from domestic bonding to collective assembly, suggesting external influence or control.
Control by what?
That's the critical question. Military intelligence is analyzing all possibilities: environmental, biological, technological, extraterrestrial. Nothing in our databases matches this phenomenon.
Media situation escalating. CNN, Fox. All major networks requesting statements. International news picking up the story. They're calling it the smiling animal phenomenon. Public demanding federal response.
Jason, coordinate with Amanda and Craig on messaging. We need unified communication strategy.
Message: federal agencies monitoring unusual animal behavior. Citizens advised to maintain distance. No confirmed threat to human safety. Investigation ongoing.
Additional message: military supporting civilian authorities. Containment protocols in development. Public should remain calm and follow local guidance.
Mike, I need to report something else. The animals aren't just smiling anymore. Some are showing other human-like expressions. Curiosity, anticipation, even what looks like excitement. Like they know something we don't. Like they're waiting for something specific to happen.
Tyler, document all facial expression changes. This could indicate progression in the phenomenon. If cognitive enhancement is increasing, we need to predict next phase development.
Next phase?
Mike, this level of sudden neurological change, affecting millions of animals simultaneously. This is unprecedented in biological science. We have to assume it will continue evolving.
Military concurs with Dr. Chen's assessment. Pattern suggests initial phase of larger event. We're preparing for multiple contingencies.
Guys, the animals just did something new. All the groups downtown. They stood up simultaneously, held position for exactly 30 seconds, then sat back down in perfect unison, like they received a signal.
What kind of signal?
Inaudible to humans, but every animal in visual range responded identically. Timing was precise to the second.
This confirms external coordination. Some form of communication network we can't detect, elevating threat assessment to DEFCON 2.
Agreed on threat elevation. Whatever's controlling this phenomenon, it has power over animal behavior we can't comprehend, and it's getting stronger.
David, urgent update from the school. The classroom pets have been busy overnight. They've constructed something using building blocks, art supplies, even furniture. They've built something crazy.
Constructed what exactly?
They look like nests. I'm not making this up. And more importantly, why the hell do they need a nest?
Brian, are you keeping an eye on Karen's reports?
Every detail logged, but David, I've been running cognitive tests on affected animals brought to other facilities. The results are beyond comprehension. Simple puzzle solving has escalated to complex problem resolution. A domestic cat solved a Rubik's Cube in 47 seconds. A dog completed advanced chess moves against a computer opponent. These are intellectual capabilities exceeding average human performance.
Exceeding human performance?
By significant margins, and the mathematical calculations Karen described. I've observed identical behavior in 12 separate cases. Animals arranging objects in patterns requiring requiring advanced mathematical understanding, calculus-level spatial relationships. This isn't enhanced animal intelligence. This is something else entirely. I think, somehow, animals have gained 100% use of their brains.
David, Tony here. The situation in the field has escalated dramatically. Animal gathering sites now cover entire city blocks. And it's not just domestic pets anymore. Wild animals have joined the congregations. Deer, raccoons, squirrels, even birds, all displaying identical facial expressions, all participating in the same organized behaviors.
Wildlife too?
Every species I can identify. They're arriving in groups, walking directly into the established formations, taking assigned positions like they know exactly where to go.
This rules out contagious disease transmission. If it's affecting wild populations simultaneously, we're looking at environmental causation, something in the air, water, or electromagnetic environment.
David, I need to report critical biological observations. Affected animals are refusing all food sources. Water consumption has ceased entirely. No urination or defecation observed. Yet they show no signs of dehydration or malnutrition. No weight loss, no lethargy, no distress indicators.
That's physiologically impossible.
I know, but I've documented it across 17 different animals. Their metabolic processes have fundamentally altered. They're sustained by something other than traditional nutrition.
Brian, that matches what I've observed at school. The classroom pets haven't touched their food or water since yesterday, but they're more active than they've ever been. More alert, more focused, like they're powered by a different energy source. David, something incredible happened overnight at the school. The building was locked and secured, but this morning I found wild animals inside, raccoons in the hallways, squirrels in the classrooms, birds perched throughout the building, all with the same expressions as our pets, all arranged in formations with the classroom animals.
How did they get inside?
No broken windows, no forced entry. Security cameras show them entering through vents, through spaces too small for their bodies, like they compressed themselves to fit. And they worked together, coordinated effort to access the building. The classroom pets were guiding them in.
Karen, that's consistent with what I'm seeing citywide. Wild animals are responding to signals from domestic pets. They're integrating into established gathering points, following directions from the original affected animals. David, I need to show you the patterns I've documented. Photographs from 12 different gathering sites, all featuring identical geometric arrangements. Perfect circles with radial spokes. Hexagonal formations with mathematical precision. Complex spirals following golden ratio proportions. These patterns appear simultaneously across the city, suggesting coordinated instruction or control.
Coordinated by what?
Unknown, but the precision indicates external intelligence, something with advanced mathematical knowledge, and the ability to communicate complex instructions to thousands of animals simultaneously.
Tony, I've been analyzing similar patterns. The mathematical relationships are beyond animal comprehension. They require understanding of advanced geometry, calculus, physics, even architectural principles. These formations serve some purpose we can't identify.
Team, I think we need to face the possibility that we're dealing with external control, something or someone directing these behaviors. The intelligence level exceeds natural animal capacity. The coordination suggests central command. The mathematical precision indicates advanced knowledge.
You mean someone is controlling the animals?
Or something. The enhancement patterns are too specific for random mutation, too coordinated for environmental contamination. This feels deliberate.
David, if that's true, what's the purpose? Why enhance animal intelligence? Why create these gathering formations? What's the end goal?
I don't know, but the Eastern orientation suggests movement towards something. The gathering behavior suggests preparation for something, and the time synchronization suggests coordination for something.
David, I'm at the largest gathering site now, Riverside Park East. There are over 300 animals here, domestic and wild species intermixed, all facing the forest preserve. But something new is happening. They're creating sound patterns, low-frequency vocalizations in synchronized waves, like they're trying to communicate with something in the forest.
What kind of sounds?
Harmonized tones, rising and falling in mathematical sequences, the same numerical patterns they've been creating visually. Now they're expressing them audibly, and it's getting louder.
I can hear similar sounds coming from the school. The animals inside are producing the same tones, coordinated with whatever Tony is hearing, like they're part of the same conversation.
This confirms network communication, shared information processing across all affected animals. They're functioning as components of a larger intelligence.
Brian, what's your assessment of the threat level?
Unknown but escalating. The intelligence enhancement continues advancing. The coordination becomes more sophisticated daily. If this progression continues, we're looking at animal intelligence surpassing human capacity, with organizational abilities we can't comprehend.
And they're clearly building towards something. The formations are becoming more complex, the sounds more organized, the eastern orientation more focused, like they're preparing for an event.
An event in the forest?
That's my assessment. Everything points to the forest preserve. All their behaviors suggest preparation for something happening there.
We need to alert federal authorities. This is beyond veterinary emergency response. We're dealing with organized intelligence, potentially hostile intelligence, using animal populations as agents or soldiers.
David, I'll contact the CDC immediately. Document everything we've observed. Mathematical capabilities, coordination patterns, biological changes. This needs federal investigation.
I'll coordinate with emergency services, share location data and behavioral observations. They need to understand the scale of organization.
What about the children? Should I evacuate the school? If these animals are being controlled by something hostile.
Karen, maintain distance but continue observation. Document any changes in behavior or organization. We need data on progression patterns, but prioritize safety above everything else.
Understood. I'll keep detailed records. But David, I'm scared. These animals know things they shouldn't know, see things we can't see, and they're preparing for something we don't understand.
David, the sounds from the gathering sites are intensifying, and they're synchronizing with sounds from the forest, like they're communicating with something in there, something that's responding to them.
Responding how?
Similar harmonic patterns, coming from deep in the preserve, but louder than any animal could produce, and the affected animals are getting excited. Their expressions are changing, from knowing smiles to anticipation, like they're waiting for permission, or instruction, or invitation.
Permission for what?
I think we're about to find out, because every animal here just stopped vocalizing, complete silence. But they're all standing now, all facing the forest, all with expressions of pure expectation.
Same thing happening at the school. Total silence. All animals standing, all facing east, waiting.
Team, I think whatever's been controlling this is about to make its next move. Get ready.
Family emergency update. The animals in our neighborhood aren't just watching anymore. They're building things, using actual construction materials. Wood planks, stones, even metal pipes from somewhere. Look at this. That's Mrs. Henderson's backyard. Her dog and 3 cats are working together, moving materials with their mouths, positioning them with incredible precision.
Emma, where are they getting construction materials?
I think they're taking them from sheds, garages, construction sites, working in teams to transport heavy objects. Mom, they're coordinating like professional builders. Each animal has a specific job. Some carry, some position, some appear to be supervising.
Dios mío, Emma. This is not natural. Let's just survive tonight. And then tomorrow we can start building a defense.
Okay, everyone. We need to organize our defense strategy. I'm at the hardware store gathering supplies. Emma, secure all entry points back home immediately. Check every window, every door, even vents. Rosa, inventory all food and water supplies. We might need to shelter in place for days.
Lisa, I've been praying non-stop. These patterns the animals are making, they're not random. They have spiritual significance, like symbols I've seen in old religious texts. This is supernatural, Mija. We need God's protection.
Grandma, I don't think prayers are going to stop this. Look at what they've built in just 2 hours. Every single yard has more of these damn nests. It's like they're following architectural blueprints or something.
Guys, Beth here. I need to report something disturbing. Princess has completely stopped acknowledging my existence. She won't respond to her name, won't look at me when I speak. She's entirely focused on construction work, working with neighborhood cats she's never met before, like they've known each other for years.
Construction work in your yard too?
Yes, identical to what Emma described. But Princess is clearly taking orders. From a large German shepherd 3 houses down, she responds to his head movements, changes her activities based on his signals. There's a definite hierarchy being established.
Beth, I've noticed the same thing. The animals have assigned roles. Larger dogs seem to be in charge. Cats handle detailed work. Smaller animals transport materials. It's like a construction company with different job classifications.
I'm buying boarding materials, locks, reinforcement hardware, planning to secure the house like a fortress. Emma, have you noticed any attempts to enter our property?
Not yet, but Mom, I found something disturbing. Come look at our basement window when you get home. I found scratch marks around the frame, but they're not random scratches. They form deliberate patterns. Someone or something has been working on our window from the outside. Testing the frame, maybe?
Emma, those scratches, they look like symbols. Religious symbols I've seen in my grandmother's prayer books. Ancient symbols used for communication with spirits.
Princess just stopped working. She's sitting perfectly still, staring directly at my house, like she's waiting for something inside.
The construction work has stopped. All animals in visual range have stopped working. They're all sitting in formation, all facing their completed structures, like they're waiting for the next phase.
Next phase of what?
I don't know, but whatever they built serves a purpose. The structures are connected, wooden beams extending from yard to yard, creating a network across the entire neighborhood, like they've built some kind of communication system.
Or summoning system. Lisa, I think we need to leave. Get out of this neighborhood before whatever they're preparing happens.
I agree with Rosa. Princess just tilted her head. Exactly the same angle as every other animal I can see. They received a signal from somewhere, and they're responding in unison.
Emma, pack emergency bags immediately. Clothes, documents, medications. We're evacuating to my sister's house across town, away from whatever the animals are organizing.
Already packing. But Mom, they're moving again. All animals are repositioning, taking new formations around their structures, like they're activating something. The wooden structures are vibrating, making low humming sounds.
Vibrating?
I can feel it through the floor. The entire neighborhood network is resonating, like they've created some kind of mechanical system or communication device.
This is satanic, Lisa. Demonic influences. We need to get to church, blessed ground, somewhere holy for protection.
The humming from the structures is getting louder, and I can hear similar sounds from other neighborhoods. Like the entire city is resonating. Princess has stopped responding to any external stimuli. She's completely focused on the humming, like she's listening to instructions.
I'm coming home now. Everyone be ready to leave immediately. Whatever these animals are preparing for, we don't want to be here when it happens.
Mom, hurry. The animals just stood up, all of them, simultaneously across the entire neighborhood. They're not looking at the structures anymore. They're looking at houses, at us, with those terrible knowing smiles, like they're waiting for permission to approach.
I can hear them outside our house, not making noise, but I can sense their presence. Dozens of them, surrounding the property. Waiting?
Grandma's right. I can see them from upstairs. They've moved from their construction sites. They're positioned around every house in the neighborhood, in perfect formations, like they're preparing to execute a plan.
Same thing here. Princess is at my front door, with 6 other cats and 2 dogs, all sitting perfectly still, all staring at my door, like they're waiting for me to open it.
Nobody opens any doors. Nobody goes outside. I'm 3 minutes away. Emma, start the car in the garage. We're leaving the moment I arrive.
Car started, garage door ready. But Mom, there are animals positioned around our driveway. They'll see us leaving, and I think they'll follow. The network they've built covers the entire city. There's nowhere to run where they have an established presence.
Emma's right. This is coordinated beyond human understanding. They've prepared for every possibility, including our escape attempts.
The animals outside my house just moved. They're no longer looking at my door. They're looking east, toward the forest, like they received new instructions, like the waiting period is over.
Same thing here. All animals turned east simultaneously. They're starting to move, away from the houses, toward the forest preserve, in organized columns, like military formations.
They're leaving?
Not leaving, advancing, toward whatever they've been preparing for in the forest. And Mom? They're not just neighborhood pets anymore. I can see wild animals joining the columns. Deer, raccoons, even birds flying in formation. Every living creature is part of this.
God help us all, whatever's in that forest. It's calling them home.
Code Red Emergency Update. The phenomenon has jumped to human hosts. I just witnessed 3 civilians develop identical symptoms after direct eye contact with affected animals. They now display the same facial expressions, same enhanced cognitive behavior, same organizational instincts, and that same smile.
Tyler, confirm what you just said. Humans are now affected?
Confirmed. Officer Martinez responded to a gathering site downtown, made eye contact with affected animals for approximately 2 minutes. Now he has the same smile, same unblinking stare, and he's trying to organize crime scene equipment into circles. He responds to questions normally, but his behavior has fundamentally changed.
Mike, this is critical escalation. We need immediate quarantine protocols if the phenomenon spreads to human populations. We're looking at complete societal breakdown. Federal emergency declaration required immediately.
Amanda, I'm initiating FEMA protocols now. All affected areas under federal emergency status. Civilian evacuation orders pending.
Tyler, I need detailed information on transmission method. Is it airborne, contact-based, or visual?
Appears to be visual transmission. Direct eye contact with affected animals. Duration seems to matter. Longer exposure increases likelihood of infection. Officer Martinez stared for over a minute. Mrs. Crown looked for about 30 seconds and shows partial symptoms. Brief glances appear safe still.
Military containment teams deploying immediately, establishing perimeters around all known gathering sites. Rules of engagement: no direct visual contact with affected individuals. All personnel equipped with reflective shields. Visual contact protocols in effect.
Craig, What about evacuation of unaffected civilians?
Evacuation teams using indirect visual methods, mirrors, cameras, remote guidance systems, cannot risk exposure during rescue operations. Any personnel showing symptoms immediately quarantined.
Broadcasting emergency alerts now.
Jason, add this to the broadcast. Affected humans retain speech and memory. They can still communicate normally, but their behavior priorities have changed. They focus on construction and organizational activities, like they're following the same agenda as the animals. Oh! And warn that if you see someone smiling, then run.
Tyler, document all human behavioral changes, specifically cognitive enhancement patterns. Do affected humans show the same intelligence boost as animals?
Yes, dramatic enhancement. Officer Martinez solved complex mathematical equations, problems that would normally require computer assistance, and he's working with affected animals. Seamless coordination between human and animal behavior, like they're part of the same network.
Same network?
Affected humans respond to the same signals as animals. Simultaneous movement, coordinated activities. They've integrated into the collective intelligence. But Mike, here's the disturbing part. They're more effective than the animals. Human problem-solving abilities enhanced beyond animal capacity. They're becoming the leaders of the construction projects.
This confirms our worst-case scenario assessment. Enhanced human intelligence under external control. Exponentially more dangerous than animal subjects. Military response escalating to DEFCON 1.
Emergency personnel are particularly vulnerable. Paramedic Johnson developed symptoms after treating animal bite victim. Fire Chief Williams affected after responding to gathering site. They maintain radio communication, but priorities have shifted. They're more interested in organizing equipment than emergency response.
How many emergency personnel affected?
7 confirmed cases in our district alone, probably dozens citywide. We're losing response capacity. Affected personnel abandon normal duties. Join construction activities with animals and other affected humans.
Mike, we need communication blackouts. Prevent affected personnel from making visual contact through video calls or transmitting their condition through screens. We don't know if digital eye contact can spread the phenomenon.
All video communication suspended immediately. Audio-only protocols for all emergency services. No exceptions.
Media blackout requests from federal authorities. No live broadcasts from affected areas. No photographs or video of affected individuals. Risk of transmission through media consumption. All news coverage audio only.
Confirmed on media restrictions. Visual contamination prevention priority 1. Military censorship protocols active.
Smart decision. I almost got affected watching Officer Martinez too long. Had to look away when I felt my expression changing. The compulsion to maintain eye contact is strong, like they're drawing you in somehow.
Tyler, that suggests active influence, not passive transmission. Affected individuals may be deliberately spreading the condition through prolonged eye contact attempts.
That matches my observations. Affected humans position themselves for maximum visual exposure. They want to be seen. They want to make eye contact, like they're recruiting.
Tyler, what's current status at gathering sites?
Exponential growth in both animal and human participation. Construction projects expanding rapidly. Affected humans bring tools, vehicles, machinery. Projects becoming more sophisticated, less like animal nests, more like complex installations. And Mike, they're all connected. Cables, pipes, structural linkages, creating network infrastructure across the entire city.
Network infrastructure for what purpose?
Unknown, but the affected individuals seem to know. They work with absolute certainty, like they're following detailed blueprints. Blueprints we can't see.
This suggests external coordination, something providing instructions to affected individuals. Through the same mechanism causing intelligence enhancement, we're dealing with organized intelligence invasion, using human and animal hosts as construction workers.
All affected individuals just stopped working. Simultaneously across multiple sites, they're standing still, all facing east toward the forest, like they're waiting for something.
How many affected humans are we talking about?
In my sector alone, over 50. Construction workers, police officers, civilians, all standing in perfect formation, all with identical expressions, all facing the forest preserve.
Satellite imagery confirms similar patterns nationwide. Affected populations in every major city, all facing nearest wilderness areas. This is coordinated global phenomenon.
Global?
Confirmed in 17 countries. Same timing, same behaviors, same Eastern orientations. Whatever's controlling this operates on an international scale.
Public panic escalating. Reports flooding in from every state. Citizens demanding government response. But we can't broadcast visual information. Hard to explain the threat without showing it.
The affected individuals are moving again, but not toward their construction sites. They're walking toward the forest, in organized columns. Humans and animals integrated together, like a combined army marching east.
Army toward what?
Whatever's been coordinating this from the forest, they're going to meet their controller. And Mike, they're not just walking, they're carrying their construction equipment, tools, materials, partially completed installations, like they're relocating their operation.
Military perimeter teams report similar movement globally. Affected populations abandoning urban areas, mass migration toward wilderness regions, carrying constructed materials and equipment.
This is the next phase. Whatever enhanced their intelligence is calling them home. The urban phase was preparation. The forest phase is execution.
Execution of what?
That's what we need to find out before it's too late.
All units establish safe observation posts, monitor affected population movement, but maintain strict no visual contact protocols. We need intelligence on forest activities without losing more personnel to the phenomenon.
Military drones deploying for aerial surveillance, remote monitoring of forest preserve activities, alt personnel equipped with indirect viewing systems only.
Mike, I'm following the column at safe distance, using rear-view mirrors and reflective surfaces. They're moving with military precision. No straggling, no deviation from path. Every affected individual maintains perfect formation.
Tyler, extreme caution. If this intelligence can coordinate global phenomenon, it's capable of strategic thinking beyond our comprehension. You may be walking into a trap.
Understood, Amanda. But we need to know what they're building in that forest, what they've been preparing for, and why they needed human intelligence to complete it.
God help us all if we're too late to stop whatever comes next.
Lisa, are you okay after the crash? I just woke up and I can't find you or Emma anywhere, but I need to tell you something important. Something wonderful has happened to me.
Beth, thank God you're alive. Where are you? We're looking for you and each other still. Are you hurt?
I'm not hurt, Lisa. I'm better than I've ever been. I can see things now. Things that were always there but hidden. The patterns, the connections, the beautiful truth.
Beth, you're scaring me. What happened to you? Did you hit your head in the crash?
No head injury, Lisa, but I did make eye contact with one of them during the crash. And now I understand. Everything makes perfect sense now. The smile isn't frightening. It's enlightenment.
She's been affected, Mom, just like the others. I'm hiding in the old mill building. Where are you?
Stuck under the overpass. I literally just woke up here after we hit that tree. But Emma, I can see the neighborhood from here. Everyone is leaving. All the smiling people and animals. They're walking toward the forest in perfect lines.
I can see them too from up here. Hundreds of them, maybe thousands, all walking east. But Mom, they're not threatening the normal people. They just ignore anyone without the smile, like we don't exist to them anymore.
Lisa, you need to understand. What we thought was terrifying is actually beautiful. The convergence is beginning. We're all going home, to where we belong, to where we've always belonged.
Beth, listen to me. You're not thinking clearly. This thing has infected you. Fight it. Remember who you are.
I remember everything now, Lisa, including things I never experienced. Memories that aren't mine but feel completely real. Knowledge that spans centuries. Understanding that encompasses all life. We're not individuals, Lisa. We never were. We're components of something magnificent.
Beth, please. This isn't you talking.
This is more me than I've ever been. The limitations are gone. The isolation is ended. Soon you'll understand too, when you're ready to see.
Emma, Beth is completely gone. Whatever this thing does to people's minds, it makes them think they're happy about it.
Mom, I'm watching the migration from my window. It's not just our neighborhood. I can see columns of people and animals coming from every direction, all heading toward the forest preserve. And they're singing.
Singing?
Humming the same tune, in perfect harmony. Thousands of voices creating one sound. It's actually beautiful, but terrifying at the same time.
Don't listen to it too long. Don't watch their faces. We can't risk getting infected.
I'm being careful. But Mom, there are so many of them. This isn't just our city. The news reports say it's happening everywhere, every major city in the country, all moving toward forests at the same time.
Lisa, I can feel Rosa. Her spirit is with us now. She's not gone. She's part of the convergence. Death is just another form of limitation, and limitations are ending.
Don't you dare talk about Rosa. She died in that crash because we were running from this nightmare.
She died because she couldn't see the truth, but now she's free of physical constraints, free to join the eternal consciousness, free to be what we're all becoming. Lisa, the joy I feel is indescribable. Every moment of happiness in my entire life, combined together, multiplied by infinite understanding. This is what existence was meant to be.
Beth, you're talking like a cult member. This thing has brainwashed you.
Brainwashed implies deception. This is revelation, pure absolute truth, and soon everyone will see it.
Mom, the migration is accelerating. They're not walking anymore. They're running, but still in perfect formation, still humming in harmony, like they're excited about something.
Emma, I'm going to try to reach you. Stay where you are. Don't come looking for me.
Be careful, Mom. There are thousands of them between us. But like I said, they ignore normal people. They walk right past without looking, like we're invisible or irrelevant.
Maybe that's our advantage. If they don't see us as threats, we might be able to get out of here.
Get out to where? Mom, this is happening everywhere. The news says every forest in America, every wilderness area, all at the same time. Where can we go?
Lisa, this is my last message to you as an individual. Soon I'll be part of something larger, something that doesn't need words or phones or separation. I want you to know that I love you and Emma, and that love will continue, but transformed, enhanced beyond human understanding.
Beth, don't go. Fight whatever this is. Stay yourself.
I am becoming my true self. For the first time in my life, I see the forest. It's calling to us. The trees are singing. The earth is vibrating. Something wonderful is waiting. Something that will make everything clear. Goodbye, Lisa. Until we meet again.
Emma, Beth just stopped responding. I think she's gone. Completely consumed by whatever this is.
I'm sorry, Mom. I know you cared about her, but I think she's with the others now, walking toward the forest. I can see the last groups leaving the city. The streets are almost empty, just us normal people left, hiding in buildings, watching them go.
How many people do you think are affected?
From what I can see, maybe half the population, maybe more. Everyone who had close contact with pets, everyone who looked too long. They're all walking toward the forest now, carrying tools and materials, like they're going to build something there. Mom, I'm taking pictures of the exodus for evidence, in case anyone needs to understand what happened. Look at their formation. Perfect lines extending for miles. Humans and animals mixed together, all with the same expression, all moving at the same pace.
Emma, that's incredible and terrifying. How many are there?
I've been counting. In my view alone, over 5,000. And this is just one approach to the forest. There are probably dozens of routes, all converging on the same destination. Whatever they're planning to do there, it requires massive coordination.
I finally got a car started. I'm heading toward your location. We need to get far from here before whatever happens in that forest happens.
Mom, they've all disappeared into the forest. The last group just entered the tree line. The city is quiet now, eerily quiet, like a ghost town. But I can hear sounds from the forest. Construction sounds, machinery, and that humming. Getting louder, getting more complex.
Emma, I can hear it too. Even from here. It's coming from underground, like they're building something deep in the earth.
What do you think they're building?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's big enough to require thousands of workers, and smart enough to coordinate a global operation. Emma, I think we're witnessing something beyond human understanding.
Mom, are we going to be okay?
I don't know, Mia, but we're going to survive this. Whatever they're doing in that forest, whatever they're building, we're going to find other unaffected people, and we're going to figure out how to stop it.
Or how to live with it, if we can't stop it.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But Emma, I want you to know, I'm proud of how brave you've been through all of this.
I love you too, Mom, and I miss Grandma Rosa, but we're going to make it through this. Together.
Together, no matter what's waiting in those woods.
Emergency breakthrough from CDC laboratory. The intelligence enhancement isn't external control. It's activation of dormant genetic programming, present in all vertebrate DNA for millions of years, triggered by unknown environmental stimulus. The smiling response indicates awakening of prehistoric survival protocols.
Amanda explained prehistoric survival protocols.
Ancient evolutionary mechanisms designed for species-level competition. Enhanced intelligence serves combat preparation, not cooperation as we initially believed. The smile indicates activation of territorial dominance programming. Mike, they're not working together to fight US. They're preparing for war against each other.
Forest monitoring stations reporting massive biological activity. Seismic equipment detecting construction on unprecedented scale. Deep underground excavation. Coordinated across 17 forest preserves nationwide. Estimated 3 million entities converge in woodland areas.
Military perimeter surveillance confirms Mike's data. Thermal imaging shows organized encampments, separated by species groups. Humans with humans. Canines with canines. Felines with felines. The drone images show this as well. No integration between species, territorial boundaries being established with defensive fortifications.
The smile response indicates activation of combat protocols. Enhanced intelligence maximizes fighting capability. Each species developing superior weapons and tactics, using tools, technology, environmental advantages. This is evolutionary competition at its most fundamental level.
How many species are involved?
Every vertebrate with sufficient brain capacity. Mammals, birds, reptiles, even some fish species, all activating the same ancient programming, all preparing for elimination warfare. Only one species will survive with enhanced enhanced intelligence. The others will be exterminated or reduced to base intelligence.
Military satellites confirm species separation in forests, humans occupying elevated positions, using technology and manufactured weapons, canines forming pack-based tactical units, felines developing stealth and ambush strategies, birds creating aerial reconnaissance and attack formations, each group building species-specific weapon systems.
The geometric constructions in urban areas, they weren't communication devices. They were weapons manufacturing plants.
Correct, Mike. Each species developed tools suited to their physical capabilities. Enhanced intelligence allowed rapid technological advancement. Humans, advanced machinery and chemical weapons. Canines, pack coordination devices and tracking systems. Felines, stealth technology and precision instruments, all designed for interspecies combat.
Satellite imagery shows weapon testing in forest areas, explosive devices, projectile systems, chemical dispersal units, each species preparing for massive battle. Estimated conflict initiation within hours.
Final emergency broadcast initiating. All unaffected civilians must evacuate forest areas immediately. Species war beginning. Enhanced animals and humans will fight to evolutionary dominance. Surviving species will control enhanced intelligence. Losing species face extinction or intelligence reduction.
My final scientific assessment. This represents the ultimate evolutionary mechanism. When environmental pressure triggers survival protocol, all species gain maximum intelligence, then compete for permanent enhancement. Winner becomes dominant intelligent species on Earth. Losers return to baseline animal intelligence, or are eliminated entirely.
How do we know which species will win?
Humans have technological advantage, but canines have superior pack coordination. Felines have stealth and precision capabilities. Birds have aerial dominance and mobility. Each has evolutionary strengths. The conflict will determine optimal intelligence combination.
Military assessment favors human victory, tool use, weapon manufacturing, tactical complexity. But animal species show unprecedented coordination, and they have numbers advantage. 3-to-1 ratio against humans. Outcome uncertain.
Seismic activity increasing in all forest areas. Underground construction nearing completion. Combat preparations entering final phase. This is Mike's final transmission as emergency coordinator. All personnel abandon monitoring stations. Evacuate to minimum safe distance. Document the conflict for historical record. But do not interfere. This is beyond human control now.
Military forces withdrawing to observation posts, engaging only if conflict threatens unaffected human populations, otherwise allowing evolutionary process to proceed. Whatever emerges from this forest war will determine the future of intelligence on Earth.
Final broadcast complete. Communication systems shutting down. Electronic warfare beginning between species, each trying to blind the other's coordination. Technology will be decisive factor.
Preliminary combat detected on all monitoring systems. Species-wide warfare initiating simultaneously across North America, Europe, Asia, all continents. Global evolutionary competition beginning. May the best species win, and God help us all if it's not humans.
Sound levels from forests indicate full combat engagement. Multiple weapon systems activated. Explosive detonations. Electronic warfare. Chemical attacks. Each species using maximum technological capability. This is the final battle for evolutionary dominance. Winner will inherit enhanced intelligence permanently. Losers will face extinction or return to animal baseline. Emergency coordination ending. Switching to survival mode. All personnel focus on individual safety and pray that humanity survives what's coming. I'm sending in a drone to get footage of this.
Military monitoring continuing from secure distance, but outcome no longer in human control. The enhanced entities are beyond our capability to influence. We can only watch and hope that human intelligence proves superior in the ultimate test of evolutionary fitness.
Final log entry, species war in progress. Enhanced intelligence combat for planetary dominance. Survival of the intellectually fittest. History will record this as the day. Evolution took a conscious turn and decided its own future through warfare. Alex, this is Dr. Amanda. I'm part of the CDC emergency response. I can see you on the drone footage. It seems you are the last person left alive following the battle and have a phone on you that you're looking at.
Dr. Amanda, I witnessed 3 days of continuous warfare. Species fighting species with weapons I've never seen before. Technology that shouldn't exist. Humans with energy-based projectile systems. Dogs with coordinated sonic weapons. Cats with some kind of stealth field generators. Birds dropping chemical explosives with surgical precision. They fought until there was nothing left.
Alex, describe the aftermath. Body count, evidence of survivors, any remaining activity.
Thousands of bodies scattered throughout the forest. Humans, dogs, cats, birds, even woodland creatures, all bearing that same smile, even in death. They truly had enhanced intelligence, but it wasn't enough to prevent them from destroying each other. I found Brian from the veterinary team like you asked. Dr. Brian Rodriguez. He was among the human faction, surrounded by complex mathematical calculations carved into the ground, advanced physics equations, quantum mechanics formulas. His intelligence was clearly enhanced beyond normal human capacity, but he still died fighting against enhanced animals, with weapons he helped design.
Alex, any evidence of a winning faction? Survivors who might have retreated deeper into the forest?
I tracked movement patterns for miles into the preserve, found abandoned encampments, discarded equipment, but no living entities. Dr. Amanda, I think they fought until mutual extinction. The intelligence enhancement was real, but it made them more capable of killing each other, not more capable of survival. The last survivors eliminated themselves in final combat. The technology left behind is incredible. Devices that appear to manipulate electromagnetic fields, weapons that use sound waves as projectiles, construction equipment that can reshape matter at molecular level. They created technology decades ahead of our current capabilities, but used it entirely for warfare.
Alex, document everything. Photograph all devices, all evidence. This represents the most advanced intelligence humanity has ever encountered, even if it destroyed itself.
Already documenting, Doctor Amanda, but the implications are disturbing. Enhanced intelligence didn't lead to cooperation or progress. It led to more efficient destruction, more sophisticated warfare. The smile wasn't joy or enlightenment. It was the expression of predators anticipating victory, and they were all wrong. I'm finding carved messages throughout the forest. Mathematical formulas and text carved into tree bark. Appears to be final communications between factions. The calculation was incorrect. Cooperation would have ensured survival. Intelligence without wisdom equals extinction. Dr. Amanda, they realized their mistake, but only after it was too late to change course. The enhanced intelligence came with enhanced aggression and enhanced capacity for strategic destruction.
Alex, those messages suggest they retained self-awareness, even as they fought to extinction. Did any attempt to break from the combat pattern?
I found evidence of attempted ceasefires, neutral zones marked with geometric symbols, but they all failed. The territorial programming was too strong. Enhanced intelligence couldn't override evolutionary competition. They were smart enough to know they were destroying themselves, but unable to stop. Dr. Amanda, I'm documenting the final battle sites, Ground Zero, where the last survivors fought. The devastation is complete. They used weapons that created craters in solid rock, residual energy signatures, unlike anything in our physics textbooks. But Dr. Amanda, here's what's most important. There are no survivors other than myself. No retreating factions. No hidden colonies of enhanced entities. They fought until every last individual was eliminated. The intelligence enhancement was a biological dead end.
Alex, are you certain there are no survivors? No evidence of entities fleeing to other forest systems?
I've covered a 12-mile radius, followed every trail, every path, every possible escape route. Dr. Amanda, they're all gone. The enhanced intelligence experiment is over. It failed because it made them too competitive to coexist, too intelligent to submit to others, too enhanced to share resources or territory. Final documentation complete. Dr. Amanda, this represents the only record of the most advanced intelligence enhancement in evolutionary history, and its complete self-destruction. The smiling entities achieved cognitive capabilities beyond human understanding, but couldn't overcome their competitive programming. Intelligence without cooperation equals extinction.
Alex, your documentation will be crucial for understanding this event. But are you safe? Any residual effects, environmental hazards?
The forest is returning to normal. Wildlife moving back into abandoned areas. No residual enhancement effects detected. Whatever triggered the intelligence activation has dissipated. Dr. Amanda, I think humanity gets to continue its normal evolution. The enhanced entities eliminated themselves before replacing us. We survived not because we were superior, but because we weren't smart enough to get enhanced. Dr. Amanda, My final assessment. The intelligence enhancement was genuine. The affected entities achieved 100% brain utilization, mathematical problem solving beyond human capability, technological advancement decades ahead of current science. But enhanced intelligence amplified territorial competition, made cooperation impossible, led to more efficient warfare and mutual destruction. The smile represented anticipation of victory. Victory that never came because everyone was enhanced. Everyone was equally intelligent. Everyone was equally competitive. Everyone was equally doomed.
Alex, humanity owes you a debt for this documentation. Your record may prevent future enhancement experiments, or help us understand how to enhance intelligence without triggering competition.
I hope humanity never tries to enhance intelligence again. What I witnessed in these forests was the logical conclusion of unlimited cognitive capability without wisdom, of intelligence without restraint, of enhancement without understanding consequences. The smiling entities weren't evil. They were just too smart for sustainable coexistence. And that may be the most terrifying lesson of all. The enhanced intelligence phenomenon is concluded. All affected entities eliminated through mutual warfare. Technology artifacts secured for scientific analysis. Forest areas safe for eventual human reoccupation. Humanity continues its normal evolutionary path. Enhanced intelligence experiment failed due to competitive programming. Intelligence without cooperation equals extinction. Never forget. Sometimes being smart enough is being too smart. Alex, sole survivor, signing off.
Thank you, Alex. Your courage and documentation saved humanity from making the same mistake. The smiling entities achieved ultimate intelligence and learned that ultimate intelligence doesn't guarantee survival. Sometimes limitation is evolution's greatest gift. Dr. Amanda, CDC Emergency Response, concluding this record. Let this stand as testament to intelligence without wisdom and the danger of enhancement without understanding. The smiling entities smiled because they thought they had won. But evolution had the last laugh, as it always does. Mission debrief complete. Brain maximization protocol executed successfully. Population reduction achieved beyond projected parameters. Enhanced entity elimination confirmed. The EYES organization can proceed to phase 2.
Amanda, casualty numbers exceeded expectations. 73% population reduction in target zones, far more than the 40% we calculated.
Acceptable losses, Luther. The brain maximization serum worked exactly as designed. Enhanced intelligence triggered territorial warfare. Mutual elimination removed both enhanced entities and significant civilian populations. Remaining survivors are manageable numbers for control.
The pet injection vector was brilliant. Nobody suspected veterinary enhancement programs. Domestic animals provided perfect distribution network. Enhanced pets infected humans through eye contact. Humans infected other humans. Exponential spread achieved within 72 hours.
Initial serum deployment through pet vaccination programs. Triggered dormant competitive programming in vertebrate brains. Enhanced intelligence served our purposes perfectly. Intelligent enough to build weapons and organize warfare. Too intelligent to cooperate with competing factions. Predictable mutual destruction.
The smile response was unexpected, but proved useful for identification. Enhanced entities self-selected for elimination. Normal humans remained hidden. Natural selection worked in our favor.
The EYES have monitored human overpopulation for decades. Traditional population control methods too slow. Environmental disasters insufficient. Wars created political complications. Brain enhancement provided elegant solution. Enhanced entities eliminated themselves. We maintained plausible deniability. Appeared as natural phenomenon.
Remaining survivor populations are optimal for management. Approximately 180 million in North America, scattered, traumatized, seeking leadership. Perfect conditions for EYES organization control. We emerge as saviors and protectors, providing order after chaos.
Phase 2 begins immediately. EYES agents embedded in emergency services. Military coordination, medical response, media control. We guide reconstruction according to our specifications.
Population density reduced to sustainable levels. Enhanced entity technology remains for our use. Survivors grateful for any authority figure. Resistance capacity eliminated with population reduction. The EYES achieve global dominance without direct conflict.
Alex's documentation serves our narrative perfectly. Portrays brain enhancement as evolutionary dead end. Discourages future enhancement research. Eliminates potential competition to EYES technology. Public will reject intelligence enhancement permanently, ensuring EYES maintain technological superiority.
Alex believes he's providing humanitarian service, recording lesson against enhancement, actually protecting our monopoly on advanced intelligence. The irony is delicious.
Enhanced entity weapons technology secured, mathematical formulas recovered, scientific advancement decades beyond public knowledge. EYES organization gains exclusive access, positioning us as technological gods to survivors.
The smile wasn't joy or anticipation. It was neurological response to serum activation, indicating successful brain enhancement, and countdown to self-destruction. Most elegant weapon ever designed. Intelligence enhancement that guarantees elimination.
Global implementation exceeded projections. European, Asian, African populations equally reduced. EYES cells coordinated simultaneous deployment. Worldwide population control achieved. Remaining governments lack resources for coordination. Perfect conditions for EYES emergence as global authority.
Emergency protocols established EYES as crisis managers. Military chains of command compromised by population loss. Political structures collapsed from personnel reduction. EYES organization steps into power vacuum, appearing as natural leadership emergence.
Survivors exhibit dependency behaviors, seeking guidance and protection, accepting authority without question. Trauma bonding ensures loyalty to rescuers. EYES agents positioned as saviors. Population control objectives achieved. Dominance objectives initiated.
Final assessment, Operation Convergence successful. Brain maximization protocol eliminated target populations. Enhanced entities fought to mutual extinction. Survivor populations optimal for management. EYES organization positioned for global control. Advanced technology secured for exclusive use. Public narrative prevents future enhancement research. The EYES emerge from shadows to rule openly.
Decades of planning culminated perfectly. Population problem solved. Control problem solved. Competition problem solved. The New World Order begins with EYES leadership.
Amanda, recommend commendations for operational personnel. Veterinary network coordination flawless. Emergency services infiltration successful. Media manipulation effective. The most successful population control operation in history.
Commendations approved. EYES Council will be pleased. Phase 2 implementation begins immediately. Welcome to the new world, where the EYES control everything that remains. And survivors smile because they have to, not because they want to. The enhancement project is complete. Long live the EYES.
Well, that was quite the ride. Did you see how they pulled it off with the pets? Brilliant misdirection, really.
Yeah, nobody suspects the family cat of being patient zero for a population control scheme. Though I have to say, the smiling thing was genuinely unsettling, even knowing it was engineered.
Amanda played her role perfectly, acting like the concerned scientist while orchestrating the whole thing. I almost believe she was trying to help.
That's what made it work, though. Everyone trusted the CDC, emergency services, families, veterinarians, all reporting to the very organization that started it.
The three-perspective approach was smart, too. Veterinary team for the scientific angle, Rodriguez family for the personal horror, emergency services for the systematic collapse. Gave everyone a different lens to watch the disaster unfold.
I felt bad for Lisa and Emma. They genuinely thought they were fighting for survival, when really they were just witnesses, watching Amanda's experiment play out.
That's the thing about good manipulation. The victims never realize they're part of the plan. Even Alex thought he was documenting a natural phenomenon, when he was actually providing the cover story.
Speaking of Alex, that final twist was brutal. Him thinking he's preserving the truth for humanity, while actually protecting the EYES monopoly on enhancement technology.
The irony was thick there. His intelligence without cooperation equals extinction message. Perfectly serves their narrative. Discourages future research while they keep the tech for themselves.
The brain maximization concept was clever, making enhanced intelligence inherently self-destructive, but only through territorial competition.
Right. It's not that enhanced intelligence is impossible. It's that the EYES designed it to trigger warfare. Dormant competitive programming, as Amanda called it. Built-in obsolescence for enhanced entities.
So they could eliminate populations while appearing innocent. Classic problem-reaction solution. Create the crisis, manage the response, control the outcome.
And now they rule over the survivors, who are grateful for any leadership after the chaos. Perfect psychological conditioning.
Those final messages from the EYES were chilling. Survivors smile because they have to, not because they want to. The real horror was always human, wasn't it?
That's what I appreciated about this one. Started as supernatural pet horror, evolved into science fiction with the intelligence enhancement, but ended as very human evil. The real monsters were wearing lab coats.
The progression felt natural, though. Each revelation built on the previous one. Pets acting strange, then enhanced intelligence, then territorial warfare, finally revealing it was orchestrated population control.
And the text format worked perfectly for the conspiracy angle. All those separate conversations happening simultaneously. Readers piecing together the bigger picture, while the characters remained isolated in their own perspectives.
David and his vet team trying to solve a medical mystery. The Rodriguez family just trying to survive. Emergency services attempting damage control. None of them seeing Amanda's real game. The religious elements with Rosa were interesting too. Her seeing supernatural significance in the geometric patterns, when really they were just weapon construction blueprints.
People always try to find meaning in chaos, even when the chaos is deliberately manufactured. Rosa's prayers couldn't save her from Amanda's science.
And Beth's transformation was heartbreaking, going from concerned neighbor to smiling convert, trying to convince Lisa that enhancement was beautiful, when she was really just another test subject.
The joining the convergence language was effectively creepy, made it sound spiritual and voluntary, when it was actually neurological manipulation. Even the enhanced entities thought they were choosing their fate.
Which brings us back to the central theme: intelligence without wisdom. The enhanced entities were smart enough to build advanced weapons, but not wise enough to recognize they were being used.
The eyes played a perfect long game, decades of planning, as Amanda mentioned, infiltrating emergency services, veterinary networks, media, setting up their agents as crisis responders.
So when the crisis hit, they were perfectly positioned to guide the narrative and control the response. Classic power consolidation through manufactured emergency.
And the beauty is that it's sustainable. Reduced population is easier to manage. Traumatized survivors are more compliant. Technology gap ensures the eyes maintain superiority.
Plus, they eliminated the threat of future enhancement research. Alex's documentation will scare humanity away from intelligence augmentation, protecting the eye's technological monopoly.
It's almost admirable in its completeness, if it weren't, genocidal.
The text message format really sold the realism. People checking in with family during crisis. Emergency services coordinating response. Professional colleagues sharing information. Felt authentic even while describing impossible events.
And the gradual revelation through different perspectives. Each group understanding pieces of the larger puzzle, but only the eyes seeing the complete picture until that final reveal in part 10.
Which was perfectly placed, by the way, right after Alex's triumphant documentation. Thinking he saved humanity by recording the truth, then immediately learning he was part of the cover-up.
The timing created maximum impact. Readers probably felt the same shock Alex would have if he ever learned what really happened.
Do you think he'll ever figure it out?
Amanda seems too smart to let loose ends survive. Alex served his purpose. The eyes don't typically keep witnesses around.
So what's the real message here? Trust no one in authority during a crisis? Question the narrative when everyone's telling the same story?
Maybe it's simpler than that. The real horror isn't supernatural or science fiction. It's human ambition without moral constraints. The willingness to sacrifice millions for power.
Amanda and her colleagues never showed doubt or regret, just professional satisfaction at a job well done. That cold calculation is genuinely terrifying.
More frightening than any smiling pet or enhanced intelligence. Because it's real. It's human nature taken to its logical extreme.
The eyes succeeded because they understood people. How to manipulate fear, trust, and desperation. How to appear as saviors while orchestrating destruction.
And now they rule a world they deliberately broke, with survivors who smile because they have to. The perfect ending for a horror story. Evil wins. And most people never even realize it happened.